Yes, ladies and gentlemen, episode 99 of Pokemon Horizons titled With a Flightless Orla just dropped, and in this episode, our heroes go to Orla to ask her to make them a new ship. How will she respond? Let's talk about it. After learning from Murdock that the Brave Olivine has been dismantled, Liko, Roy, Dot, and Uruto have gone to Galar to meet with Orla. Orla's working with Karna now, however, she seems like there's something always on her mind. Karna's stressed about a new batch of items that she's working on that she has to finish by next morning. That's gonna come back later. Our heroes arrive at the factory, and like always, Uruto hides when he sees women. Our heroes say hi and catch up with Karna before Orla arrives, and they're excited to see her. She compliments all of them on growing up, and Uruto, hiding behind a bush, wants our heroes to cut out the pleasantry and tell Orla why they're here. That's when Liko, Roy, and Dot tell Orla that they have reformed the Voltaclers and are planning to try and stop the explorers to get the truth back about the Voltaclers. They ask her to make them a new ship that they can use. However, Orla refuses and tells them to ask someone else. Our heroes are devastated, and Orla walks back into the factory. However, just then, Cap notices something and has our heroes follow him. Uruto doesn't come with them because he drinks Sinisty, so he's flat on his butt. Through the forest, they follow Cap and come across the Brave Olivine, still standing there. Murdock had told them they had been dismantled. However, not only is that not true, but also, all the Pokemon that used to live in the Olivine are still there. We get an explanation from Karna, who comes to the forest, as to why. After the Voltaclers disbanded, Orla came to her with the Olivine and asked her to hire her, and Karna did so without asking much questions. After a while, Orla then explained to Karna everything that had happened in the past. Orla left the ship and didn't dismantle it so that the Pokemon that lived there could continue living there. And Karna says that the Pokemon here are happier when they're with Orla or with our heroes. And Roy then questions why they couldn't fly and adventure again. Karna explains that Orla has no intention of ever flying the ship or going on an adventure again. However, Karna does think that it's because Orla has been locking up her true feelings by focusing on her work instead. At night, our heroes decide to stay in the ship while Uruto decides to camp out with Sableye. The next morning, Karna talks to Orla. She asks her to reconsider the kid's request, and Orla confirms here that working helps her not think about things. Karna tells her to relax for a bit and get some fresh air, so Orla heads out. As she walks through the forest, she keeps getting memories of Freed asking her to make a ship and the final time she saw him. She arrives where the Brave Olivine is and sees our heroes hanging out there. They apologize to Orla, saying that they went in without her permission, but they notice that everything was well kept up. Orla says that that's just because machines will rust and break down, but the kids ask her if it's because she hopes to fly again in the future. But that gets Orla angry, and she shuts them down. She says that Freed asked her to build the ship. Now that he's gone, it's all over. Cap, however, then goes to the ship. The kids tell her that to them, it doesn't feel like Freed's gone. They're doing things that Freed would want them to do, which is to fulfill Lucius's promise and stop the explorers. Orla looks up and sees Cap on the wheel, standing there like Freed was still there, and she is stunned. Orla thinks internally. She never thought of that. Maybe she had just been dwelling in the past, stuck, not moving forward. That's when we hear a giant boom. The explosion near the garage. The kids head there to see what's happening, and Orla seemingly can't. Her vision blurry, and she can't understand why. That's when her Metagross comes out, and after a little bit, she heads back to the garage. What's the issue in the garage? It seems like the explorers are using Karna's factory to create the outer shell for the strong spheres, and Uruto is here to stop the businessmen from getting the shells. The kids explain to Orla and Karna what the strong spheres are, their side effects, and Karna believes them. She tells the businessmen that she doesn't want to work with them anymore. That's when two other members of the explorers arrive. The two, one named Indy and the other named Rubella, try to say that the strong spheres are perfectly fine, but when they hear the name Liko, Roy, and Dot, they recognize them as the rising Voltaclers. So they say that they will eliminate the Voltaclers and bring out a Blaze breed and an Aqua breed Paldean Tauros, the episode ending with them using their strong spheres on their Pokemon. I don't know how much I can convey the emotions in this episode, but this is one of those episodes where just hearing about it doesn't do it justice. I gotta give credit to the animation team. It's not a perfect episode by any stretch at all, but there are a lot of moments here where they get the facial emotion of Orla just right. And from that, you can tell how much pain Orla's holding in, or how sad she is, or angry she becomes. The episode is focused on Orla not being able to move on from the tragedy that she witnessed. However, the kids are there to counter her. Liko was very similar to Orla in the first two episodes, but when she decided to take that next step, that's when things changed. And it seems like the episode is really grappling with that exact scenario for Orla. The episode does a good job of making it not seem like Orla's the bad guy for not wanting to help out the kids. It does a good job by showing why this is so hard for her. I think that having the explorers arrive here to show Orla not only what the strong spheres do and what they are, but also to potentially show how strong the kids have gotten over the year will be something that makes her reconsider how she's currently feeling. And that seems to be the main focus of this two-parter. How will Orla come out of this experience? Will she accept the kid's request? That's the main question that's going to be answered. And depending on what she does, it's going to change the series in a big way. I can't wait to see how this shapes up moving forward. But what about you guys? What did you guys think about this episode? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this, and that's it. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.